Hi friends! Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. If you've been here a while, then welcome back. I was not going to jump on the bandwagon of 26 books I must read in 2026 because every year previously, 25 books in 2025, 24 in 2024, 23 in 2023. You get it. I have failed drastically. I know. Thank you. You can all boo now. It's okay. I have failed so horribly bad. Like, with the... First off, for the 25 books I must read in 2025, there were actually 31 books that I must read in 2025, but I slapped the label of 25 in 2025, and there were 31 books there. I unhauled 17 of them without reading them. The rest, there's a good chunk that are still on my TBR. I think I only actually read and enjoyed 4 of them. I don't know. It was bad. So I'm like, 26 in 2026, that's a real big number. I'm not going to do it. Then, Bree from 4 Paws and a Book came out with this video. I'll link her down below or up here. And basically, she's doing this reading challenge. Last year, she did a 25 in 2025 bingo. And I wanted to participate, but I had already started my 25 books I want to read in 2025. So I didn't want to change it. And for that reason, I didn't. But this year, she had 5 books. I think she had a 5, 6, 7, 8 challenge. So the 5 was like 5 intimidating books, 6 books in a series, 7 special editions, 8. I don't remember her goals. That's not important. If you want to know her goals and the books that she picked, please go check her out because that was a very awesome video. But she also, like the 5, 6, 7, 8 thing really worked for me. So I changed my goals to match my reading, but I have thought of 26 books that I want to read in 2026. So we're going to go step by step, like goal by goal. And the first section is the 5. So I picked 5 5-star predictions because in my mind that made sense. And it doesn't seem overwhelming. Usually when I pick 5-star predictions, I pick like 20, 30, 40 books sometimes. And that's just super daunting. 5 books though. 5 5-star predictions, not daunting. So, by the way, these are... Okay, I have read from one of these authors, but the rest are new to me authors, so I'm taking a chance here. But Kristin Hannah I've read from. I read The Great Alone and I didn't like it, but I'm not a historical fiction girly, and I know that everyone loves Kristin Hannah. So, I want to give her another shot. I have Distant Shores by Kristin Hannah. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but basically it's about Elizabeth and Jackson. They married young, had 2 babies, 2 daughters, and, you know, like, formed a bond of marriage and everything. But now I believe that her babies are all grown up, and it's like this marriage that's kind of on the rocks. and how they persevere through it, or maybe they don't persevere through it. Maybe they break up. I just really love contemporary novels that follow an already established couple, an already married couple that's just going through it. And that's what this is. So that's number one. Then, oh, you know what? I have read from Ren DeStefano before as well, but I've read young adult from her, I believe. This is How I'll Kill You by Ren DeStefano. It's a new adult thriller about identical triplets who have a nasty habit of killing their boyfriends. For Twice in My Life by Annette Christie. This follows Layla, whose boyfriend, they've been together for a long time, for several years, and she thought that they were going to get married. She thought he was going to propose, but really he dumps her. Then I think like 6 months later, she gets a call from the hospital. She's still Ian's like emergency contact, and he's been in a very bad motorcycle accident. And when he wakes up, he doesn't remember that they broke up. He thinks that they're still together and they're still happy. And she kind of just goes with it because she didn't want to break up anyways. Cassandra in Reverse by Holly Small. This follows Cassandra. She's been dumped. She's been fired. Her local cafe has run out of banana muffins. Then Cassandra discovers that she can go back in time and fix past mistakes. And I love a good time. I love a book that plays with time. So that kind of makes me think that I'm gonna like sci-fi, but I don't like sci-fi. But this kind of has a sci-fi twist, and I'm excited for it. The last 5-star prediction is Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zing by Kylie Lee Baker. This is a horror novel that follows Cora Zing, who is a crime scene cleaner-upper. She cleans up crime scenes, and that's really all that I know. I don't want to know a whole lot about this, but I'm excited. It's compared to The Only Good Indians, which I didn't personally love. It was alright, but The Only Good Indians and The Eyes Are the Best Part. The Eyes Are the Best Part was top notch. Loved it. So I'm going into this fairly blind, but I'm excited for it. The next section of the 26 books that I must read in 2026 is 6 audiobooks. So 5-star predictions felt correct. 6 audiobooks felt fine because I do listen to a lot of audiobooks, so this will just help me lessen my library. I should also do an updated audiobook count of how many I own. I might not know a lot of information about these books, but we'll try our best. The first one is Just Stay Away by Toni Wertz. This is a horror novel about this single dad who is raising, I think, a teenage daughter, and this guy moves in next door who's very, very helpful with his kid until something disturbing happens. And that's very vague, and I don't know what it is. I have thoughts, and I have ideas, but we'll see if I'm correct. Then number 2 is Room for Rent by Noelle West Eiley. She is an author that I've read most of her backlist, most of every title that she's written. And it's kind of just my thing to read all of them. I have not read Room for Rent yet. It's a domestic thriller. It's more of a domestic thriller than any of the other books that she's written. If You Stayed by Brittany Cherry. Honestly, I just need to read Brittany Cherry in general. I have a lot of digital collection Brittany Cherry books. I've heard amazing things about this author, but I've never read anything. I believe she's more like hard-hitting love stories, hard-hitting romance type of writer. But again, I've never read anything, so I don't know for sure. Then number 4 is What is Love by Jen Comfort. This is like a Jeopardy style book. Sorry, words. A Jeopardy style book where they buzz in their answer, and I think it's like a love story between the rivals on the game show, and that just makes my heart sing. Then number 5 is When I Was You by Mika Kent. This is a thriller. I know, I'm so good at telling you what these are about. I promise when I read them, I will be able to, well, no, words are never good for me. I will try to tell you what they're about. I have the last audiobook that's on my mandatory TBR for 2026, and it is 7 X's by Lucy Vine. I don't know why, but she, our main character, decides that she needs to go start talking to her exes to figure out why things didn't work out with them. It's supposed to be like a romantic comedy type of situation, and I'm very excited for this one. Then we have 7 authors I've liked before. This is just a list of 7 authors, but I do have books that I'm intending to read for each of these 7 authors. Now, I do want to say that if for some reason I do not read that specific book by that author, as long as I read any book that I have not already read by an author, then it counts. Hopefully, I read the books on my physical TBR for this one, but as long as I read the author, I'm going to call it a win. Helena Hunting, I'm hoping to get to If You Hate Me. This is like a brother's best friend type of forbidden, a little bit of an age gap romance. I don't think it's that much. I think it's only a few years, so it might not be an age gap. But it's like brother's little sister and brother's best friend, and I don't know, I love those kind of romances. Plus, they're like forced roommates right now because she's down on her luck, and her brother and his best friend / roommate were like, yeah, come live with us. But then, you know, things get spicy. Plus, it's hockey. Oh my god. I would like to read a book by J.C. Lee. I have in the past really enjoyed J.C. Lee's romance novels. So this is the one that I'm hoping to read, is Booked on a Feeling. Are they ready for their chapter to begin? An overachieving lawyer, a failing bookstore, a childhood friend, and the chance of a lifetime. And I think it's kind of like a second chance romance. They were never together when they were in high school, but he's always had a thing for her. Then I am hoping to read Sophie Sullivan. Obviously, I want to read Love Naturally. Presley is not the woman you bring on a camping trip. An accomplished concierge at an exclusive hotel in Great Falls, Michigan. She knows more about the top 10 places for champagne and caviar than she does about the hiking boots for stomping. That was weird. Around Lake Michigan. But when she surprises her boyfriend of 8 months with a vacation to Get Lost Lodge, he dumps her instead. Presley decides to rough it solo and take the trip by herself. Then, wow, most of these are romance authors. Then I want to read Lily Menon. I have read from all of these authors before. I just want to explore more of their titles. So Lily Menon's was Make It or Break It. It was good, but kind of like mediocre good. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. But I want to see if there's better Lily Menon books out there. So I have The Sizzle Paradox, which kind of reminds me of The Kiss Quotient, because I think he starts tutoring her in chemistry and then things get like high chemistry. Keep Her Safe by K.A. Tucker. I mean, any K.A. Tucker will work, but I believe that this is the last one that I own, because in 2025 I bought a whole lot of K.A. Tucker books, just a mosh posh of different books by K.A. Tucker. Didn't even realize what was in there. I've read all but one, which I unhauled without reading, but this is the only one left that I have yet to read. So I'm guessing that I'm gonna really love this. It's like a police procedural, and that scares me because usually I like mystery thriller, but I don't normally like police investigation type stories, except for on the TV. Okay, then Something by Catherine Center. I've read a few books by Catherine Center and really enjoyed them. Her romances tend to be more like women's fiction and less like romantic, and also always super hard hitting, and that's kind of what I love about her writing. But this is Happiness for Beginners, and this is the one that I'm hoping to get to. Last one is Darcy Coates. I have read quite a bit of Darcy Coates, and I've come to the realization that I just don't like paranormal horror or supernatural horror books in general, but she does write a lot of ghostly stories. Those have not been my favorite, and I think it's definitely a me thing. I'm just not into the paranormal, supernatural type of horror. So this is Where He Can't Find You. Long red thread, someone's dead. I think that this follows a serial killer known as the Stitcher. And that's all that I needed to know. I love serial killer stories, for one. And for two, Darcy Coates is an incredible writer. And for three, like, I prefer her contemporary horror stuff. And this is definitely that. Last section is 8 Kindle books. So these are Kindle books. Most of them I've had on my TBR for a long time and have not read. So let's get to reading them. I always forget about my Kindle books. I love Stuff Your Kindle Day. It doesn't love me. Well, I mean, I love Stuff Your Kindle Day, and then I buy all the things because they're free on Stuff Your Kindle Day. Okay. But then I just let them sit on my TBR forever and never get to them. So 2026, I'm going to read more Kindle books. Number 1 is The Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. Again, another Brittany Cherry book. I told you I really wanted to read some of her books, so there's that. Then the newest release on this list, I believe. This is Dating After the End of the World by Genevieve Rose. Oh my gosh, this is like a post-apocalyptical world where they date. And here's the thing, I read Breathers by S.G. Brown earlier this year, and it was quite fun. Is it my absolute favorite book? No, but I gave it 3 stars. I also have Warm Bodies on my physical TBR, which kind of goes in that same realm. So maybe I'll do a reading vlog, reading Warm Bodies, and Dating After the End of the World. Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. This is a male romance that Gabby from Gabby Reads has always highly recommended. I remember watching her channel years ago and she started talking about Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy, and she really enjoyed it. I don't know what it's about other than male romance. Is The Vacation Rental by Katie Seiss. This is a domestic thriller about a summer getaway at the lake house and things go horribly wrong. Then Love at First Hate by Angela Casilla and Denise Gover Swink. This is some kind of foodish romance. There's pizza involved. And I heard that's spicy. I think I have the spicy version. It's High Octane by K.L. Thorne. High Octane is a racing romance, and I've realized that I love sports romance. Like, every sports romance that I've read so far, mostly, not every, but mostly sports romances are, I love them. But I have a very special place for racing romance. Don't know why. And hockey romance. Also, don't know why, but they are like 2 of my favorite things in a romance book. We have Sweet Sinners by N.D. Roldan. This is a dark romance of sorts. And then The Liars Club by Jamie Lee Fry. I believe that is a thriller. But again, I don't know a lot about them. See, that is the problem. I get all of the Kindle books and all of the audiobooks, and then they just kind of sit there in digital format, and I forget all about them. And then I'm like, oh, wait, what's that book? Oh, it's actually on it's in my collection, you know. So I need to not do that as much. We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I will see you in the next video.